the earlier in the journey, I figured out that the human capital is much better and much more valuable than money capital. It's more about the connections that you have built, warm intros that you can get, the people who can understand what you're building and want to be part of it. It doesn't have to be like, having an equity or doing something, but just like the karma or some other think that they're gonna just give back to you.
Welcome everyone to this episode of the Build Stuff Be Kind podcast. We have Ezgi Arslantay, founder of Fucimo, an advertising platform that is really doing some incredible, unique things in the advertising space. Ezgi and I met at South by Southwest in March of this year, just a few weeks ago. Now we're here on the podcast. Ezgi, welcome.
Thanks for having me, and props to you pronouncing my name in a very correct form, and props to you.
Hey, we do our best around here to get it right. So excited to chat today. We had a really great conversation. Just love your approach and what you're building, and just excited to explore your path and what's led you to this moment. As you think about your founder story, your journey, coming from Turkey, now living in the US and New York, what are some core motivations that got you to where you are today?
To be honest, I never thought about what molded me before I got into this entrepreneur lifestyle, because it's both traumatic and also quite therapeutic in that sense. So when you think about what made you, because you need a story to explain yourself, to articulate why you are building this company and why you are particularly creating this solution. So you kind of getting back to your own roots and try to think about the connecting the missing links in that sense. That's why it's traumatic and therapeutic in that sense. And so I always consider myself as a builder, whether I'm building for my own company or not. And it's so funny that I always say now it's makes a complete picture in my head. I made a full circle as a builder, because more than a decade ago, I started my career in Europe's / Middle Eastern part of the world, the biggest venture studio in the region is called Rocket Internet. So I made a full circle, and I'm enjoying the step that where I have started at first place. It's a completely different one, and you kind of try to find the missing link. And sometimes there are moments in your journey, in your entrepreneurial life, that